Yay! Let's try again. Let's take a deep breath. And I hope this will work. The last, what is it? The last 55 minutes. So this is the beige again, which I use a lot to blend it together and do less harsh lines. And now when the fur is starting to come together, the face looks very odd. When it's just pure white, totally uncolored. Oh, I'm outside the lines. This must be the most exhausting stream, divided into 6 parts. Oh, maybe the connection is YouTube having problems. Let's hope so. So maybe we have less problems another time. It seems like YouTube have a lot of problems with the connection, quite a lot of times. That is a big flaw. Maybe this live thing is, yeah, maybe they don't have enough power for it. This is the beige again, which is kind of the bottom color on the whole, almost the whole bunny. Oh, that's so bad. Poor your son. No, I have not. I don't think I ever have used Hangout. How does that work? And how does Becky use it? But don't you still have to be, I mean, doesn't she, does he streams on Hangout? Or is it still on YouTube as well? So many questions. Okay, I will check with Becky. Thank you for the tips. I did try to use Google Hangouts once. I didn't get it to work very good. And it's so annoying because I have this Very good software, but I can't use it, so then it's useless. Anyhow. Okay, interesting. And you still can chat with her? Or do you also have to log in Google Hangout? I will ask Becky. Okay. Interesting. I have to check that out. Thank you again. Okay, so she's using it as a proxy. So then it sounds a little bit weird that it worked better then, because you still use YouTube. But interesting anyhow. I'm gonna check it out, but it shouldn't be any difference. That's really strange. Hello, Bella. Yeah, I realized that, but you still need to use YouTube and the connection to YouTube. So if it's the connection to YouTube, it shouldn't change but just because you use Hangout. That sounds odd. But if it works, it's great. So now I have done some more beige. Let's put in some of the brown ochre. Let's define some of the fur. With a little bit harder pressure. Sometimes it seems that you have to be a computer expert when you do things like this. I have been fixing with different programs and things all week, and still it don't work. Let me see, what is leaf here? Leaf. Okay, I think I just colored fur where it should be a flower or a leaf. Down here, it's really difficult to see where they should go. But it has this thing in the middle. This should not be fur. Where was it? Let me see. In the this is really hard to see. What is this? Is one in the middle. It come out here. So this is fur, but here it's not. Here they come together. Not sure. Maybe like that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm not staring at the picture right now. I just try to improvise a bit now when I have a shape. But now I felt like I had to. Oh, I wanted some help again. It's the bronze, 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 bronze. Copper or amber, nougat, Van Dyke. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Here is the other one. I'm just showing how I did it. Which I promised some people a long time ago. So yes, you are right. You have seen this before. Yeah, you can just mix those two, the polychromos and the Prisma. And to do some more messy fur and just furry shape, and then some more sharp lines on top. At least if the paper is good enough. Now I'm pressing quite hard. Here where I want it to be the darkest parts. So I'm letting the dot areas decide where it's gonna be darkest. Yeah, I prefer Prismas for skin, but for fur I think I prefer polychromos because they are easier to keep sharp if you want the fur to have a lot of lines. For a long time I couldn't mix pencils either, brands. It was like I thought it was hard to mix. But the more you learned about your sets and colors, it was easier. Up here it has some strange things. Yes, I am Bella. I'm using the same colors as I did with the first one. I don't remember exactly where I put the different colors, but it was something like this. And the colors are picked out with an app. I have found a reference photo, which I showed earlier, this one, which I opened in an app called Arty, and then I can go over with the cursor and it gives us suggestions in polychromos or luminance or Prismacolor. What color is the closest one? I actually think the best way to learn, now it's one Dick Brown again, one of the darkest. I'm gonna try to do some fur with it down here where it's darkest. Uh, I think it's a good way to learn your one brand at a time, one set at a time. Uh, then it's easier later to mix them together if you already know your pencils well. At least that was how it was for me. Hello again. You can't believe how much energy it had taken me this week to try to fix things on my computer, and this really really made me sad that we had so much problems today, because well, I will talk with Becky and see if it would help using Google Hangout, or let's just hope it is YouTube having problems today, as you said, Jamie. But this was really, really depressing. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, I guess it's not my fault, but it always feels like it's my fault. And all this week I have not been able to color because I have just fixed things for my podcast and for my YouTube channel and tried to find new editing programs and like everything I wanted to do and all the problems I had. It took so much of Googling. My husband said, but just Google it. But I had done that, and mostly when I Google, I find these answers. But this time, everything was just hard, and I had to figure things out myself, and I had to watch a lot of different videos and yeah, try to figure out how to do. Sorry. So that's why it's super annoying that it doesn't work. But let's hope it's just today that is a super bad YouTube day. Let's hope Sammy's doesn't have these problems today. Let's just hope it's something here locally. Oh, sorry. You are cute. Thank you. So this is the darkest one, Dick Brown. Let's go to the Nougat, which is a bit more brownish, not so dark. So I just mix a bit of just filling in and kind of circular motions where the darkest parts are, together with some fluffy fur shape with some more harsh lines. Just ask Google. Yeah. Helle, that is so fun. You are buying books when I'm buffering. That's so, so fun. Thank you, Helle, for making me laugh. Thank you. What books have you bought? I have ordered 3 different books that has not come yet. One is Nina Stanier. I'm gonna show you when it comes. It's a real super cute book that I thought was too super cute for me, but then Marie showed it to me in real life when I met her, and I realized I just needed it. And then I ordered these Jennifer Zimmerman's. I don't remember the name now, but they are like learning how to color different things. Yeah, cute coloring books are the best. I agree. Let's open up the reference photo again. Blanket high, Melody. So these are the colors I used most, the ones I have used today. The beige, the Prisma beige, the Prisma sand, the Prisma copper, and the Prisma sienna brown. The Polychromos, cinnamon, cream, light ochre, Van Dyck brown, and raw umber. And this is just how I did it. I slowly made it a bit more reddish on some parts with the sienna color, and where it was really, really dark, it was Van Dyck brown. And on the lighter parts, it was a mix of cream and cinnamon and sand and beige and a little, maybe a bit bronze. And some lines with a light brown ochre. And I also think I added some black in the end. I think we can go in with the darkest. Down here it's the Van Dyck brown. And I also had some raw umber, burnt umber, I mean, Polychromos burnt umber for the darkest parts. And also some Caput Mortem violet. Or was it? Let me see. Yeah, like in the ear and in some shadings, but mostly in the ear. So the fur on the body, I mean, this is kind of, it took me a lot of work, but the face was the one thing that took me most of the time because I really wanted to look good. And the eye, I mean, the eye are quite alike this one, but it was not that easy to make this thing around the eye look like this. And I mean, I didn't do it, but I tried to. And the ear was also, took me a lot of effort. So the face was the hardest part. I think that's why I'm showing you the this one, because the body, because it's easy to show. But it's mostly the same colors up in the face. It's like black and Caput Mortem violet in the ear. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, so the ear. Oh, thank you. So the ear is like a mix of dark sepia. Now I'm talking Polychromos, Caput Mortem violet, and yeah, that was something else. Dark sepia, Caput Mortem violet, and I also use some black to do it. But we can start some. I started with just adding very light Caput Mortem violet. And I also used a lot of warm grays, like in the ears and in the face. Here it's almost just different shades of warm grays, polychromos warm grays. And warm gray, it suggests warm gray 6. And where are you? Yeah, fur can be made in so many different ways. This was just my attempt to do some more realistic fur. Mostly I don't. I do. This is the warm gray 6, which is a very dark one. I'm gonna blacken this up, but I'm gonna start with this. Yeah, and what I also did on the ears was this. I'm gonna show you. I have covered the lines here where the ear goes, but as you can see on the reference photo, the fur is going on top of the ear. So I had to do that backwards, because instead of drawing fur out of the ear, I drew the ear back, like with shadows on some places. And the dark sepia. Yeah, I would like to also to do to finish this book someday, but I'm not sure I will be able to do that. So it's almost black in the reference photo, the ears inside here. So, but I'm not so daring, so I dare to do it black from start. I slowly build it up instead. This is dark sepia. And now I want the Caput Mortem violet again. Oh, you too, Melody. Summer Nights are your favorite. It's the only one I have not started yet. Magical Dawn was my favorite also when it came out. After that I have realized I prefer Daydreams and Seasons, but it's still a beautiful book. I don't know, Bella, which illustrator has done most books. I think maybe I went too far up with the Kaput Morten. Wow, that's amazing, Jody. You have colored it, finished it. I'm gonna go in with a warm gray 3 just to get a feeling of the gray. I'm gonna mix it, the Kaput Mortem, up to a grayish tone. Oh, thank you, Joy. I hope you can get a feeling for how I did it. I mean, it takes a lot of job, and I went back to the ears for a long time, and the ears took a long time, because then you have to start add fur on it, some light and some not so light. But yeah, I don't color this. I don't try to do it so realistic a lot of time, but this was one of the one I really tried to follow the reference photo as much as I could, because I wanted to see if I could. So I guess I will not be able to do the same work on this again. This will be a bleak copy, I guess. But anyhow, I just wanted to show you how I did. Then you should not do that. I think this thing, doing one whip at a time or not, is very much about your personality. I think I'm gonna go in with some cinnamon, I mean. I don't think it was, I did that the first time, but I think that would look good. I want the ears to look a bit transparent, like you can see the blood in the ear through the ear, because the ears are so thin. And as you could see, as you can see, as you hopefully can see, it's a lot of black on this reference photo. It's on the top of the ear and inside and down here. Let me see again. Down here I will make it black, and I will make it blacker than it is on the reference photo because of these dots. I don't think you can see them maybe, but they are still shining through. And down here and up here and on top. Sorry. And now, because of the Posca, white Posca, this will not, the line will come through and look a bit grayish when I cover. I try to cover it with black, but it will not cover completely. Now I try to give some fur strands into the up to the ear. Yeah, I still don't have any Kirby book. I agree. The pictures are a bit intimidating. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I realized the other day when I was thinking about seasons, because it's my favorite of Hannah's books, that maybe it is because I live where we do have all these seasons. I mean, she lives in the same town, and it's very Nordic, I guess. Uh, but maybe there are a lot of other places as well that have all 4 seasons. Oh, Zeus, hello! This is like I don't know, is this the 6th or the 7th stream today when I try to get it to work. This is the Kaput Morton Violet again. We have winter, you have winter and summer, yeah. Yeah, we have spring and autumn as well. The warm gray again, number 3. I'm staring at the reference photo because now it starts to be fur again. Inside the ear it's not fur, but here it's fur again. That's interesting. So in winter you end up having all 4 seasons in 1 week. That's like April weather here. You have them in the same day. Now I'm pressing quite hard because here I want it to be really, really dark. Now I'm fading it out with less pressure. A lot pressure, less pressure. And the gray, warm gray. And somewhere down the ear, as you can see, I use the reference photo a lot because otherwise I think it's hard to do it realistic. Yeah, somewhere down the ear I went up with a brownish, the same colors I used on the body, and mixed, yeah, the gray come. I did warm gray here, and then it's a bit of brownish together with blackish, and then the brown again. So I'm gonna take the light ochre and just start doing some brownish. Very light. Oops. Ask Google. It's the answer. Oops. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I can, what is that? Warm gray 5. Thank you, Katie, again for your lovely present, and thank you for being here today. Have a lovely Saturday. Where were I heading? Yeah, here. Gonna start to add some darker areas. And no harsh lines and no harsh edges, because it's gonna feel like the fur is just it's gonna be much darker in the end. Let me see, how did the reference photo? It was dark all the way up. This is Polychromos Warm Gray 5. And it's also gonna be darker here. Down here the fur is a bit different than the other fur. When I see it on the reference photo, the ears doesn't have. The fur looks a bit different on some places on the ears. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. I'm gonna go in with the dark sepia. Hello, Elin. Lovely to see you. I'm gonna go back with the warm gray one. I'm showing how I did the bunny, you know, this one in Daydreams, and how I used an app to and a reference photo to try to make it more realistic. This is number 2, warm gray polychromos. Yeah, actually I was thinking of doing this live stream. I mean, after some attempts on Instagram instead, because it seems they don't buffer as much. But then I thought everyone was here waiting for me, so yeah. I will leave the ear for now. I'm gonna see what the time is. Yeah, I think I have time. Just the last minutes to show you how I... Yeah, it's the Arty app, exactly. I use that for picking out the colors. I improvise a bit with them, but it really helps, I think. And then I use the reference photo to just stare at it and see how the fur is going. And what I did up here is a lot of different shades of warm gray. So what I did was that I went in and just did short furry things. And stare at the animal. And from start it looks a bit strange, but it will look better when you go in with different warm grays. And they can't be all in the same, exactly same direction. Up here it has a line, and here it has a line, Actually, I think this is a lighter one. I can hear the fur went in another direction. And here it was a bit also in another direction. I'm gonna go in with some darker. This is hard to do in short time. But yeah, it was something like this. I also think I went in with some brownish as well to make it less gray. And the eyes was really, the eye area was the hardest, I think. Because all of the black dots, I had to try to cover them. So I had to do them much darker than the reference photo. The original page, it took me, I think, 2 weeks maybe. At least 2-3 weeks. It took me quite a long time, much longer than most of my pages, because yeah, everything took time. The hare took a lot of time, of course, but also the mushrooms and all the leaves and the background and the crystals. So yeah, it is so many things on this page. Here is the face, as you can see on the original, the small dots. So now you can see it's a lot of lines, and yeah, I did it like I did on the body, I think. But here with more grays than browns, and here with this sand and beige and different shades of browns. So yes, as you can see, the ear is not finished in the one I have done today. This is the one I did before, and this is the one I have started today. But at least it's a start. It needs more different colors and more layers. So yeah, at least we came a bit on the way. Yeah, the background also took time. I tried to draw in some more straws and trees and flowers. But I really enjoyed doing it because it felt like a summer day outside in the forest where I live. So I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure I will have the patience to do the whole page again. But I wanted to show you how I did the hare at least. So yeah, thank you for having the patience with me today and all of the different streams when we had problems with the internet connection. So I hope we will not have these problems next week. Next Saturday I will announce a collaboration thing that I will do together with Becky. Becky's Coloring Escape, and Sammy, and Honor, and Sky. So I think it's on Saturday, Becky, who is the person with the ID for this collaboration, is gonna announce the details of this project. Uh, and on my stream, I will tell you more about my part in it. So I hope to see you next Saturday, and I hope we will not have any problems at all then. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna go and fix some dinner now, and I hope you have an amazing Saturday.